we're part of the way through what's already shaping up to be one of the finest days in the history of the world. As you'll know, did I tell you? Anna sent her essay last night to university. Didn't send it until like 6 o'clock. I got home from work, read through it one more time, and it got sent. She phoned me 8 o'clock this morning. She'd already had the offer through from university, and it wasn't just the offer for the 2-year foundation degree that we were expecting. At the interview last week, they said because she didn't have a science GCSE, she'd have to do a science GCSE, and even then she'd only get on the 2-year foundation course. But I guess they were so impressed with the essay that they've offered her a place on the full 3-year degree, which is awesome. Step 1 of Operation Have an Awesome Day is complete. The next step, I'm now leaving work at 1:20 because I'm heading over to another school locally to have a chat with them about possibly teaching just some A-level with them next year. Now if that works, we're looking at no more than 10 hours a week, preferably in a way that I can set my own days. That could be amazing, and I think the combination of that plus the student finance income Anna's going to get, plus I mean if I could get the extra income from the posh announcer's job as well, if that could all sort of come through, we could potentially be heading into September slightly better off take home each month than we are right now, which would be mental. And then after that I'm heading over for a meeting at a car shop where I've got my eye on a car. It's a Vauxhall Mariva. I think it might be the one, but I need to go and have a look at it, check that it's going to be big enough in the back, give it a little test drive, and if all goes to plan, hopefully decide that that's the car we're getting as well. So by the end of today we could have uni stuff sorted for Anna, work stuff sorted for me, and car stuff sorted. All we need now, and I'm expecting it to happen because this day's going so well, all we need now is a phone call from social services or from Andy's school saying that that person who applied for the job at the weekend is spot on, and she's going to start taking him to school from tomorrow or something ridiculous like that, and then my life is complete. But for now I probably need to stop waffling to you lot and get to this other school, because it probably won't go down so well if I turn up late. Well, that was a very interesting meeting. I guess it went about as well as I could. It wasn't at the toy shop at Frank and Benny's, by the way. This is just near where the car place is. I've got like 10 minutes to kill. I need to decide what I want from it really. Cut a long story short, they've basically offered me everything from 9:30 till 2:30, 2 days a week, all the way through to equivalent head of computing, full-time, what I do now kind of job, and everything in between. But there's 2 things, well probably more than 2 things, but 2 things that immediately spring to mind. Firstly, I went through quite a long agonising process to decide to leave the job I'm in now. I need to get any thoughts of, oh, another school want me. It wasn't just this one place where I was considered good enough to be at a certain level. This other place want me too. I'm flattered by how that meeting went, but I need you lot to help keep me focused on why I've left, why I handed in my notice when I did. Yes, we've got to sort Andy out, but even if that's sorted out, there's the whole, I don't want to live a life of regret. I don't want to look back when I'm 50 and think, I wonder if I could have made it as a YouTuber or as an author. I like the idea of having this year or 3 years, if we take Anna's uni into account, just to see if I can. And because computing is such an in-demand subject, I'll be able to get another job 6 months, a year, 3 years down the line relatively easily. That meeting's told me that. That's reassured where I was already thinking. I mean, it was one of the justifications I gave myself at the time when I resigned. I wouldn't have any issues walking back into another equivalent job, and there's one on a plate before I've even left. So that kind of reaffirms that. But then there's the whole, I'd quite like to, it feels a little bit like the universe is testing my resolve one last time before everything becomes real, because in addition to them offering me an equivalent job to what I've got now, there's that whole couple of days a week just teaching 6th form, which is the bit I love most about this job, And I do love this job. If I ever have to have a job again, I want to be a teacher. If I have to work for someone else, I want to do this. So it's not that I want to get out because I hate it. I don't. I really love teaching. I just kind of love the other stuff even more. But if Andy's not at school, if we can't get him back, with Anna now going to uni, full-time work is just not an option for me. The circumstances that we've deliberately put in place have made that impossible for me to do. But the thought of Anna doing uni Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday while I sit with Andy, and then me going to work just teaching sixth form on Thursday and Friday, that's really, really appealing. The one sticking point, and the reason I think I'm going to have to turn everything down, they want me to make a decision by next Friday, and I just can't. There's no way to do that. Until we know whether we've got the personal assistant, I can't make a decision because I don't know whether I want 2 part-days a week or a full-time job. But also, not knowing whether or not he's going to be at school in September makes it impossible to make the decision as well. Because if he just outright refuses, no matter all this other stuff we put in place, if he refuses to go to school in September, then I need to be there to help get him back because of all the stuff we talked about last week. So as much as I really loved what was being said to me in that meeting, and well, like I say, it was really, really flattering, I need to make sure that I keep my head focused on the goal. I resigned for a reason. They're not offering me anything better than what I currently do, so if I had good enough reasons to leave what I'm doing now, I have good enough reasons to turn down this new opportunity. Part of me thinks, looking at how few applicants we had for my job at my school, I think I can probably turn it down now, and if I need it in September, I think it'll probably still be there as well. So there's a little bit of that going into this, but I enjoyed it. I liked being wooed. I don't like to feel like I was messing anybody around. I don't think I was messing them around. I think I sat and heard what they had to say, and I am genuinely contemplating it. But if I had to make a decision right now, as I've said to them, if I was forced to make a decision there and then, the decision would have to be no. Because there's too many variables at the moment to commit to something that I've already quit because of those variables. That's going to need there you go, future Kev, make something of that. That's going to need a lot of editing. That was a lot of unfocused waffle. I now need to go and look at a car, and I don't know, I feel, despite it being a good meeting, I feel a little bit down because I'm doubting myself a little bit, and I don't like doing that. So hopefully I'll buoy myself back up again and go buy a car. I bought one specifically. No, I don't. I bought this one. Rather impressively, they all fit in the back.
Space. Does everyone have space? Yeah. Space.
Yeah, those doors are going to take some getting used to. The thing that really freaks me out, and it shows how old my car is, or was, there's no handbrake.
Is it automatic?
No, don't touch the handbrake button. I didn't know handbrake. No one told me that at some point in the last 10 years, handbrakes have been taken out of cars and there's now buttons instead. Why was I not informed of this? It freaked me out. I took it for a test drive and I had to ask the man how to take the handbrake off. Looked like a right plonker. But yeah, there you go. That's the weirdest thing, the way that it opens that way. Are we impressed?
Yeah, I can't find the thing to put this in.
I'm sure you'll find it.
You have to go like this. That's too far.
Well, you have to lean out.
You have to go like this.
The most important thing is to work out how to connect Bluetooth and stuff.
Wait, does David need a cage if he's back here?
I don't know.
Very contained, and we could just look.
These seats apparently slide forward and back as well. And when there's only 2 of you in the car, you can put the middle down and they become 2 single seats that can be adjusted independently.
Wow. Wait,
Yes,
so they can come back?
Yes, but not while the 3rd seat is in the middle.
Wow.
Wait, so you can move the 3rd seat?
The middle seat can be taken down so that you have more room as a twosome.
Wow, wait, does it...
You're just sitting in there now.
Yep.
We need the instructions so that I can work out how to set the Bluetooth up. That's the important thing.
There's so much space back here.
What is this? Rubbish?
It was in there.
Don't want rubbish.
Dad, I can't find
Right, I don't know.
Because there's no
Because you have, it's one of those ones where you have to put it in there.
and then do that.
But I'm sure it's in there. If you two get out, I'll come and have a look. Time for the traditional new car going out for a drive with everybody in the back thing. Everyone's in the back. Say hello, everybody in the back. Is there more room than normal?
Yeah.
What is this traditional?
Apparently this is what people do. I was reading online. Let's go and get fish and chips, because I was in the garage for 3.5 hours. It's 7 o'clock and I've only just got home. I'm not warming up batch cooking stuff today. My parking's no better with this one either. We have bought fish and chips, however we're not allowed to eat them because, as you know, before we can go home, because he's with us, we have to go to the church. So we're going to the church. Apologies, by the way, for the fact that the whole of today's vlog has been done on my point and shoot. I just didn't want to carry the big camera around with me all day when I didn't know what the car situation was going to be. So I will be back to a normal camera tomorrow, but there's church. It's like old school Lelujo vlogs. We have the church on this camera and bad parking. Just a little bit of everything for you today. As expected, at 7:30 on a Tuesday night, it's closed. So we now walk back to the car. If I can remember what it looks like, I might have to look back through the videos to work out which one's the car. Yeah. Anna's showing me something about Pokemon Go. Gyms are under construction. Pokemon Go is changing just inside for summer. Just inside, just in time for summer. Thing is, who cares? No one's played that game for like 6 months, apart from Anna. She's single-handedly keeping Pokemon Go going. I'm a little bit nervous about parking it right up against the garage door now. I've always been working on the basis that the stuff in the garage was worth more than the car. Now it's the other way around. I'm sure I'll get used to it. That has been a rather marvellous day. Oh, you can't see me when we come in. We've got Anna accepted into uni. We've got opportunity presenting itself for me. I'll face this way so that I can get some light on my face. I've got a new QWERTY t-shirt, which I didn't show you. Hold on. A new QWERTY Wonder Woman t-shirt, which is very cool. If you decide to buy a QWERTY shirt, make sure you tell them Kev sent you. They're still not sponsoring me, but you never know. If I keep sending people their way, they might start. And of course, the new car. It is 8:35. I've been at it all day, not had a proper sit down. It's been too hot. I need to go and make a Football Manager video. I need to do some exam marking. I need to work out how to get my phone set up properly with the car. Priorities in that order. And then I should probably sort out some insurance and stuff, but that's a job for another day. Thank you for watching. I need to go and get on with all that stuff before I just pass out of exhaustion.